Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. Woohoo! All right, we can wind it down. How you feeling? How you feeling? How's that movement for all of you? Little dance party. Oh, it felt really good. That felt so good. My heart is beating. Oh, I feel so much better now. I've been sitting and meditating and learning and working and planning all morning since 6 a.m. It's 10 here now where I am, and I'm just so excited to be here with all of you. So welcome, Catherine. Welcome, Cameron. Welcome, Tracy. Welcome, Jesse. Welcome, other Tracy H and Tracy J. Welcome, Kyle. Welcome, Ananda. Welcome, Autumn, Christine, Mandy. Welcome to our lead coaches, Jamie, Kelly, Holly, Lauren. Welcome, Coach Jen. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such an amazing call. So first and foremost, I want to just thank you all for showing up for yourselves this morning. Thank you all for showing up for the next year of your life. This is going to be, yes, the most powerful, the most intentional, the most healing and empowering year of your life. And you can make it whatever you want to make it. It's up to you what you create in the next year. So I'm putting that out there right now. And as you guys know, if you got the email for this call, preparing you for this call, I asked you to prepare a 1-minute vision statement of what is your intention for the next year? What are you calling in and creating for yourself in the next year? How do you want to be showing up for yourself in the next year? But before we dive into that, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that, to acknowledge all of you, all of your faces. So if you haven't yet, and Jesse, hopefully you can take a moment to take a break from what you're doing, and Tracy Juggin as well, to just glance, gaze, look upon the beautiful beings that are here with you right now. Look upon all of this beauty on this screen, all of these wonderful people, all of these souls who are diving in together. This is your family for the next year. All the people on the screen, these are your fellow questers. You guys are a fellowship right now. You can think of yourselves as like a secret society. And so you're all entering into this adventure together for the next 12 months, and you are joining into a much bigger class of people. You know, there's probably about 70, 80 other BizCrafters right now. And so that might feel a bit overwhelming at first, but if you look around this screen, take a mental screenshot or take a physical screenshot with your computer if you want to, and just remember the names of everyone here. And there are a few people who are missing from this group as well. So there are a few more people. How many people total, Lauren, do you know? There's a lot. You got a lot of you guys jumped in this time. So I feel like there's probably about 5 or 6 people missing right now, and that's okay. They can watch the replay. But take time over the next couple of weeks to get to know each other all, because this is your family. And these are the people who are going to be cheering you on, supporting you, going deep with you, watching you transform, and holding you accountable as well. And accountability isn't about expecting other people to make you do something. Accountability has to come from within yourself. However, being seen in the presence of a group is what makes accountability real. So speaking your desires, speaking your intentions and who you are in front of an amazing group of people, just in doing that, that is you taking a massive step towards creating your vision. And more change is created in the moment that you speak your vision out loud in front of other people. More change is created in that moment than in the actual making of the vision. So whatever vision it is you're calling in over the next year, when you look back a year from now and you look at everything that you created and achieved, that's going to feel really good. But really, the most powerful step is in that first moment of declaring that vision in the presence of others. So it's part of what we're here to do today. And we're also here to get you grounded and prepared with some logistics over the next year. So we're going to get you energetically grounded and prepared, and also just logistically, technologically grounded and prepared. There's a few different things that we use in this program that you guys are going to have to be familiar with. So before we dive in, I also want to introduce our lead coaches. We've got lead coach Holly here. Hold on, we got lead coach Kelly. Lead coach Jamie is here as well, but it looks like she is not able to be on camera. So you guys can just look at her I cannot spotlight her because she's not on camera, but that's okay. Hopefully she can pop on and say hi to you guys. So and whoever your lead coach is, wonderful. You'll get to know them really well, but you should also just know who all the lead coaches are because they're all here as a team to support you as well. And they are all here to help guide the process. And these are people who have, obviously they've done BizCraft and Coachery, but they have also gone out into the real world and had massive amounts of success in different areas in their own areas, right? So Coach Kelly specializes in really powerful mindset work, and she's also a CrossFit coach. So she helps you become empowered in your body as well. Oh yeah, look at those biceps. And lead coach Holly has 20 years of experience as a counselor. She was a doula, a postpartum doula. Holly has so much experience in many different areas, especially shadow work. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about that today as well. Do you guys want to pop on and say something real quick? Go ahead and just say hi or anything you want to say.
Sure. I just want to say hi and welcome everybody. Congratulations on choosing yourself for this next year. I'm so proud of each and every single one of you. I can't wait to get to know you all a lot more. And yeah, get ready, guys. This is going to be the most empowering year of your life, and y'all are here for a reason. And we're just so proud of you guys. We're really excited to move forward, and awesome first step by showing up for this roadmap call. It's got some really good, juicy information in it. And I'm just so excited and happy.
Me too.
Yeah, thanks so much for that beautiful introduction. Welcome, new BizCrafters. I'm so excited to get to start this journey with you. This is the first step to the rest of your life. Life will never be the same after this. I'm so incredibly excited for you and so impressed and encouraged about you taking those big first steps that can feel a little bit scary, but you did that. You didn't give up on yourself. You didn't back up. And I know that you have taken that unbreakable vow to finish this to the end. And I'm so excited to see where you are now. And so everybody just take like a little like mental snapshot in your head of, okay, well, this is where I'm at in my relationships. This is where I'm at in my health. This is where I'm at in my finances. This is where I'm at spiritually. This is where I'm at in relation to, my family, things like that. And then when we are at the end of this experience, you are going to be so incredibly up-leveled. You're going to have so many more skills and be able to call so many other things into your life that will enrich you. And I'm just so incredibly excited to see where you go with this journey and all of us rising together. Rosie mentioned earlier that I specialize in shadow work, and also I do codependency, so healing the healer. So important. We do tend to attract a lot of helpers, healers, altruists, people that want to make the world a better place. We will teach you how to do it safely without draining yourself, and how to also have sacred reciprocity and get paid to do it. So you came to the right place, and just want to celebrate all of you for taking that huge leap and making that unbreakable vow. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Coach Jen, if you're free, I'd love to bring you on for a second as well and introduce you to the group. So, oh, there she is. Oh, she's on the phone. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right. So I want to bring on Coach Jen too, and I want to introduce her separately because Coach Jen is not technically a lead coach for the Little Volcano. We became close with her a couple of months ago when we brought her on to work on the sales team during the challenge. So Coach Jen she has run a very big coaching business of her own outside of the Little Volcano. She has many years of experience doing that, many years of experience helping training sales teams and helping people build their businesses as coaches in a different industry. And so we got Jen to come in from the outside and take a look at the Little Volcano. And since then, she has been building some complete magic for all of you. I'm so excited for it. So Jen, do you want to talk a little bit about what you're bringing to?
I can. Yeah, I know a lot of these people I've already gotten a chance to get to know a little bit, and some of you I haven't had an opportunity to get to know yet. I was just on the phone with Coach Christine. We were just touching base. And so, yeah, basically we are building a new accelerator program, and the intention is, or the spirit of it is, how do you build a business from scratch out of the overflowing abundance of your heart, right? But really the core of the training is about how to build systems. And so we're going to talk about your marketing systems and how do you, from a place of alignment, build consistent streams of new leads, qualified leads. But we're talking about it from the framework of how do you build a system that's duplicatable, scalable, replicatable, because that's really the skill set, especially as technology changes and platforms change. No one wants to be beholden to just Facebook ads or just Google, and you need multiple ways to be able to build a sustainable business. So this is about how you think about solving those problems. So we have marketing, sales, service, which you get a ton of in the little volcano, sales and service on the back end as you go through your BizCraft and Coachery program. Specifically right now, we have our founding members group. So this particular is like, we're building it as we go. I've mentioned to several people that if you want to metagame this and you're not ready to jump in, but you want to see how we're building a new product, a new program, it's not totally from scratch, but we're getting it revved up. So you want to see the process of how do you do that in the quickest, easiest fashion that also gets results for people, that it's easy to be able to implement, where you're building it as you go, because so many people feel like they have to have it all done before they can start selling it. So we're modeling that for you guys. So you kind of get to get in, get the training, get hands-on support. I'm booking one-on-one calls right now with people who are committed to coaching the next GIST, or that want to coach the next GIST, or want to be able to use that as an opportunity to level up their coaching skills, their sales skills, see inside of a business of how this is working. If that's something you guys have questions about, you can send me a message in the comments and I'll send you the links while we're here. We've sent out a few emails, and I know that some people might have missed those emails, especially with the holidays. So there hasn't been a bunch of news about it, but it's up, it's running. We've got a Facebook group for people that are specifically wanting to show up in the accelerator. And if you're not ready to do that yet, and you're not ready to jump into the business and go that intense yet, and you just want to get focused on building a relationship with your coach, get your foundations in, that's okay for you to focus there. We're not going anywhere. This system is just going to keep improving month over month. And for those of you who want to go fast, like I had a private call with Mandy this morning. We did a one-on-one, and she's all pumped and clear about where she's going. She wants to go fast. And so if that's for you, send me a message in the chat box. Thanks, Rosie.
Woohoo! Thank you, Jen. So excited for this. This is going to be amazing. So previously we had our own business module in BizCraft and Coachery, and it worked for a while, but it's always good to refresh this kind of stuff. And it's always good to bring in information and teachings from outside people who have experience outside of your own. And so Kit and I are very good at what we do. And Jen is coming in with experience of all different realms of building your business. So she's coming in and she is just making it a lot more diverse and a lot more applicable for you guys right now. So you guys get to be live for the building of this part of the course, which is very, very cool. Also, I want to invite you guys to stay on at the end of the call, after the call is over, to participate in something called user-generated content. So this is a marketing tool that you can use in your own business. And essentially what it is I'll just bring you each on for about a minute to talk about the reason why you joined the Get Yourself Together Challenge. And we can talk about BizCraft as well, but we're mainly focusing on the GIST right now. And what I would love to do with these little short clips is just take them and put them up on our social media and, use it to help future people join the Get Yourself Together Challenge. So it's going to be just a quick little thing, and you guys get to learn about how to create user-generated content and then also help us create some user-generated content. So if you would like to stick around for that, I would be honored to have your quick little 1-minute video on why you joined the challenge in the first place. And now I would love the honor of introducing our program director, Ms. Lauren Oxenhandler. Lauren Oxenhandler, oh my gosh, is an amazing multidimensional being who's been working with us. We've actually known each other for forever now,
a decade and a half.
18 years or something. We met in our early 20s originally, and then, eventually she joined BizCraft and became a coach for us. She's also worked on the admin team. So she's been coaching for us for 4.5 years. She has successfully guided over 200 people through BizCraft and Coachery and other coaching programs. She is a badass. She is a strong, powerful, intuitive healer. She's a Reiki master, and she is a trauma-informed coach as well. So those are her special areas. In addition to that, she's a program director. So basically what that means is she's in charge of helping all of our other lead coaches guide you through the program. She's also in charge of helping us make sure the content of the program is in place for all of you, and just make sure that you guys are having the best experience possible. She's also the tech wizardress. Yes, so Lauren is very, very skilled at tech stuff. However, if you do have technical questions. Before you go to Lauren, I would highly recommend using ChatGPT to ask your tech questions because typically you can find the answer on there. But Lauren has made some trainings for you guys around how to use Calendly and other things like that you're going to need to know as a coach. All right. She's also going to break down for you the logistics of this program right now. So we're going to go through a grounding, and you guys will do your vision statements. And then she's going to break down all the different ways that the program works. Okay. Sound good? Take it away, Lauren.
Hello, wonderful humans. I am so honored to be here with you all today. I am coming into this in a new apartment with a new hairdo and a new class, and it all just feels really freaking exciting to be in this newness, this new space with you, although a very different newness, but I wanted to share that. The only corner in my house without boxes is this one. So I'll be getting set up in a better space soon. So today I really am just wanting to honor you, right? I see you here prioritizing yourself, showing up. I'm sure some of you came here unsure, perhaps, right? And I'm curious, how are you already feeling this shift in this day leading into the first week of your program? Just tap into that for yourself and internally right now. I invite you to put your hand on your heart if that feels good for you, and just get really, really present together here right now on Zoom with all of these people joining in this new adventure, connecting, honoring the commitment you've made to yourself and stepping into this program, the vision that guided you here, your powerful why. Think ahead to the knowledge you'll gain, the connections you'll make, the limiting beliefs you will break through, and breathe in that potential. You see yourself living in alignment with your best and highest good. Think forward to all the likely triggers and activations, things that are not working out for you. You get to lean into the trust that speed bumps are a natural part of the program, and the tools you learn here will help you with them. I'm celebrating you for being here for yourself, for your community. People that prioritize themselves in this way are the people we see making the most out of their lives through this program. And today we'll ground in together as we already are. We'll cover information that I hope will leave you feeling more empowered, less overwhelmed, and more connected. Celebrating all of you who are sharing your feelings vulnerably in the chat as we do so. And take the deepest breath that you have yet today and hold it at the top. And let every tense muscle go with an exhale with a sigh. Oh. Making any movements that feel good for you. And reconnecting in our virtual space here. I'm like flushed and energy is moving. And from this space, Rosie is going to guide you through your intentions.
All right, everybody. So hopefully you brought your 1-minute vision statement with you. And if you didn't, that's okay. The people who are ready for it can go first. And we'll put a little prompt or a little example in the chat for you. So if somebody has that handy, Lauren, do you have it handy?
Sorry.
Do you have the vision statement example handy by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. Can you drop it in the
Okay.
chat? Great. Okay. So basically what this is it's a declaration, and it's also a manifestation tool. So by claiming your vision as though it has already happened, as though you are standing in the reality of it right now, you are magnetizing that vision towards you. And yeah, it's good to have it written up in a short, powerful statement that is very direct, very concise. Sorry, my kitten is playing with this toy. It's very loud. Hold on one second. She's so cute. All the animals are with me right now. All right. So one by one, we're going to come on and just speak our vision out loud. I am going to be using a timer because it is important that we hear all of your visions, but it's also important that we inform you of all the rest of the stuff you need to know for the program. So this is a very great opportunity for you to learn how to speak something very direct and intentional in a very short amount of time. Make your words powerful. So the vision statement that I wrote for the last roadmap call, which is still applicable right now, is I, Rosie Volcano, am a co-founder and CEO of The Little Volcano, where we provide epic transformational healing experiences and coaching for healers, leaders, and entrepreneurs on the leading edge, and coach training, I should say. Over the last year, I've successfully hosted 4 high-level mastermind events with 25 people at each one, grown our coaching community by over 200 new clients, and healed my insecurity with my body, which I have demonstrated through a boudoir photo shoot. Woo! My volcano community supported me by cheering me on and holding me accountable to my commitments. So you're talking about, you're imagining yourself 1 year in the future from now. So July 3rd, 2025, and you're looking back over the last year at what you've created and who you are. So I am co-founder, CEO of The Little Volcano, where we do this. We provide epic transformational healing experiences and coaching and coach training for healers, leaders, and entrepreneurs on the leading edge. And I've successfully hosted 4 high-level mastermind events. So that's like, okay, that's giving me some context of how many. So it's not just like me doing something vague, like I've hosted a mastermind. Okay, what does that mean? I've hosted 4 mastermind events. The first one's happening tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. And how many people are at each one, right? So you're not just saying, I'm bringing love to the world and I'm showing healing to sentient beings, which is a beautiful vision, but you really want to bring in a little bit of specificity so you have something to work towards over the next year. And you have a tangible goal, something you can grab onto and know when you've achieved it or not. It's really important to bring this visionary stuff down to the ground a little bit and blend it together. And also a personal thing, which I've healed my insecurity with my body. By having a boudoir photo shoot, which is something I've always wanted to do since my 20s. I'll be 40 next month. And I always said I was going to do it, around when I turned 40. So it might not happen next month, but it will happen sometime in the next year. And my volcano community supported me. So you also want to say, like, how did we support you? How did this program support you? Your lead coach, your buddy, your lava group, the volcano community in general. How do we support you? So you guys literally are supporting me right now just by witnessing me saying this and being present for it. That's all it takes to support somebody and hold them accountable to their commitments. And I know that you guys will be looking out for that photo shoot. And if a few months go by, 6 months go by, and you haven't seen it yet, you're probably going to ask me, hey, where's that photo shoot, huh? What's she doing over there? Right? So yes, this is how we're going to do it. And if you would like to go and share your vision, please raise your hand. I see Cameron's already got his hand raised. So we'll bring Cameron on first, but go ahead and raise your Zoom hand and I will bring you on one person at a time. I'll bring you on Spotlight and I will do the timer. If you go over the 1 minute timer, I will just gently come in and say, finish your sentence. You don't have to stop mid-sentence or anything like that, but we'll just have you finish your sentence and we'll move on. All right, so we'll bring Cameron on. Take it away, Cameron.
Look at that calendar, 2025. Wow. I, Cameron Laird, am a successful husband. After more than 3 decades of insolvency and dysfunction, our household consistently lowers its debt from month to month. And my wife, Catherine, and I have figured out, we've regained the ability to make and fulfill plans together. The support we received from Little Volcano was beyond what I was able to understand or even imagine in July of 2024. And we were almost equally a novelty for Little Volcano because Catherine and I are the first couple Kit adopted for coaching.
I love that. All right, I'm going to bring it back to gallery view real quick. That was beautiful, Cameron. Thank you so much. All right, so if you guys can see gallery view right now, I want to teach you one more thing, which is twinkle fingers. It's a great way if you're on mute to celebrate somebody. It's kind of like applause on Zoom. You just bring your fingers up to the screen. Come on, Christine. Come on, Mandy. Give us some twinkles. There we go. We're celebrating Cameron. That was beautiful, Cameron. Thank you so much. The first adopted couple. Yeah, I love that. All right, Ananda.
Ooh.
I feel vibrant and so fulfilled, secure and swimming in the energy of faith. Thank you, Kit. I'm radiant in my artistry, and Ananda Rose Wellness is a thriving $50,000 business. I am so happy that I am supporting my life with my passions and talents. I have regular paid performances, speaking opportunities, and clients galore. Ananda Rose on stage is a vibe, and I have found even more power in the way I share my stories, my inspirations, and my journey in live performance and online environments. We are praying together, lifting each other up. Dance and Swim is incredible. Project Free is incredible. And I can see the uplifting impact we have on each other's lives. And more than the same can be said for the Little Volcano. I am so grateful for the support, accountability, and transformation the community has offered. And I am so blessed to be sharing those gifts with others as a coach in the program. The whole thing is just a vibe.
Twinkle fingers. Woo! Great job, Ananda. I love that. Beautiful. All right. Who would like to go next? You can raise your Zoom hand or you could just come off mute. Or we could have a staring contest. All right, Mandy.
I forgot that I made mine. So I was just like revamping it because my call with Coach Jen this morning blew my mind and helped me get clarity on the direction I was going. Whereas before I was kind of all over the place. So thank you, Coach Jen. But here we go. I'm Mandy Pitt and the founder and CEO of Inspired Earth Coaching, where I guide clients through a transformational shift from being stuck in societal stagnancy into freedom-based lifestyle and regain their health through earth-based healing. My program includes one-on-one coaching, group coaching, educational videos, physical movements, journal prompts, and lifetime group support. Over the last year, I have successfully helped over 200 clients regain their health and freedom through my program. I have created a life that fulfills my spirit, encourages my own self-care, and attracts the most incredible community and clients into my life. I have grown my YouTube channel to 10,000 followers, all while living on the road full-time in my RV with my cat Mowgli and my dog King Louie. We spend at least 2 days of the week disconnected from Wi-Fi and enjoy the simplicity of nature around us.
Wow. Wow. I was just really like seeing a beautiful visual of you living into all of that. It was really, really fun. And I love your pet names.
Thank you. I haven't got the dog yet, but I'm manifesting.
I love that. Is he gonna be a bulldog?
I think he's gonna be a Bernedoodle. I really want a German Shepherd, but they shed too much, and I'm gonna be living in an RV.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Bulldog makes sense though.
Yeah, that was the first thing I pictured was a bulldog. But that's cool. I love it. Lauren did BizCraft in an RV in 2019. She was living in an RV for a whole year.
Very cool, Lauren. I'll have to talk to you about that.
Yeah. Van life. All right, who wants to go next? Autumn, I see you looking at the screen. Are you ready, Autumn?
My statement was vague, and I was kind of trying to rewrite it here real
I
fast.
see. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but keep it in mind for the future. If you would like to kind of edit it a bit and then repost it in the Facebook group after today, after this call, that works as well. But we would love to celebrate you with it exactly as it is too.
All right. Well, the original one that I had was I'm financially free, exploring the world, helping others heal through heartfelt conversations and guidance. I am authentic to myself and increase my creative power. Most of all, I have fun while I do it.
Powerful. I love it. I also love how you caught yourself when you said, I want to be, and then you said, I am. Good job. Good job. That was awesome. All right. Yes. And I cannot wait to hear the slightly longer version of that too and see you in that. Cool. All right. Catherine.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay, great. So Over this year, I've enhanced my mobility and health and can now walk on rough ground comfortably. I've created at least 2 income streams. My first income stream, when my first income stream tops 100,000, I'll grow my second income stream. Mostly, I've grown so close and loving with my wonderful husband, Cameron. Our success and the energy it produces, our success in believing in ourselves and each other, and the energy it produces flows into our business, and we are on fire.
Oh, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at all these twinkles. Twinkles, twinkles. Oh, thank you so much, Catherine. I'm so excited for both of you guys. It's going to be such a great year.
I'd like to do the honor of becoming Jesse James for a moment so that
Yeah?
we can speak our vision out loud. Jesse, you're welcome. I, Jesse James, am the successful owner of a business that heals my clients from the inside out. In the last year, I have gained clear direction and confidence in myself as a person, my business and services offered, and I love helping others heal. I am grounded, present, calm, well cared for, kind, and wealth comes easily to me as a result. The Little Volcano community provided me with guidance, encouragement, accountability, and most of all, a place to move through vulnerability and feel safe and loved. Aho.
Woo!
Go, Jesse.
Beautiful, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse. Kyle, I noticed you also dropped yours in the chat. Would you like a surrogate to read yours for you, or do you want to come on and read it? Yeah, you want a surrogate?
No, I'll do it.
No, okay, great.
In the next 5 years, I have established a renowned and financially thriving entertainment news, reactions, and sketch video content network. As a celebrated director, writer, and actor, my work not only secures my family's financial future, but also garners respect and pride from my son and partner. My content network has become a beacon for those feeling isolated, offering them a connection, understanding that they are not alone. Every piece I create is infused with authenticity, standing as a testament to my commitment to honesty, reality, and genuine expression. I've managed to balance monumental success with a healthy mental, emotional, and psychological life, inspiring my audience and family alike.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful, Kyle. Kyle, you have a son already, or is this something you're planning on bringing in the next 5 years?
I have a son.
Oh, cool. Can you share his name with us?
His name's Owen.
Owen, that's awesome. How old is he?
He's 2.
Oh my God.
I can probably
awesome.
show you this.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. And part, he made this little thing for me, but it's
Oh my
hard to see. I
gosh.
can't really bring it closer because it'll just get blurrier. But
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's another thing that we really love to do here is celebrating not just you, but your partner and your kids, your whole family as well. Everyone who's a support system for you in this program. So guys, as much as you can, try to get to know each other on that level. So you know each other's partners, you know each other's kids, and you can, sometimes they'll pop in when you're on a Zoom, and that's fine. So we love to say hi to your family, whoever it is that you live with, whether it's chosen family, biological family. We just think that's part of this process, right? And the ripple effect from what you do over the next year is going to have an impact on them too. So it's important for us all to know that as a community and support that. Cool. Who'd like to go next? Yes, Christine.
Okay. All right. I, Christine Quartz, am a lead coach with the Little Volcano, where I've learned to guide people to their bliss, pull them out of their shit, and teach them to believe in themselves fully and profoundly. I've helped over 50 people become their heroes in their own lives and not settle ever again. My Meditate and Create and Maui programs are requested, and my calendar of classes are full. My sanctuary of therapy animals is growing and fulfilling my desire to help through volunteerism. My own growth from rock bottom a year ago to this very day, July 3rd, 2025, has been the Mount Everest of growth, reaching the top, resulting in strong, confident, unshakable diva that is unstoppable. I am a diva. My physique is that of a hot 58-year-old cougar. My bank account looks like Mount Everest, where I no longer ever have to worry about finances as I once did. My credit is great. I have a beautiful cottagecore home with love and warmth in all corners. My love life has transformed, and I travel, spend time in nature, and we are each other's best friends. All of this is a result of stepping way out of my comfort zone to put myself in financial distress temporarily, to have the support, guidance, and love of the team at the Little Volcano. I've made an amazing family with them, a family of love that will allow me to never feel alone again.
Wow, I love that. Seeing that for you. Thank you for the beautiful descriptions too. The cottagecore, the Mount Everest, the cougar bod. Like, yes, I love that. So awesome. Thank you, Christine. Okay, who would like to share next? Tracy? Tracy, you ready?
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, all right. So I am so full of authentic joy, so much that it spills out of me and onto everyone else in my life. I'm on fire and I chase my dreams without hesitation or judgment. How I make my living is fulfilling and meets my financial needs, and I help others meet their goals too. But my own worth isn't tied to what I do for myself and for others. My inner knowing and self-worth help me walk confidently in the world, and I, hand in hand with my husband and my son, have so much fun in the life we built together.
Woohoo! I love it. Thank you, Tracy. Beautiful. All right. We also have Tracy Juggin. Is it Juggin or Juggin? I don't know how to pronounce your last name. And Tina. Hey, Tracy. Take it away.
Hello, it's Jugan.
Juggin, thank you.
Okay. Either way works though. Hi, I'm Tracy Jugan. I am confident, vibrant, full of self-trust and self-love and healing. I am enjoying being in the present moment, living in joy, peace, happiness, and fun. I dance freely anytime music is playing. I am living my full potential and purpose and passion with Smiles and Sunshine coaching that provides rays of hope to 25 individuals to create their beautiful lives. I am a lead coach with Get Yourself Together Challenge. I work with a social emotional learning organization to help young children to know their self-worth and create their bright future. I am working less with more money so that I can travel and see the world. And I am grateful for the Volcano community for helping me break my childhood trauma and living every day with self-love.
Powerful. Thank you so much, Tracy. And so it is. Awesome. Okay. Last person who hasn't gone yet, Tina. Tina, would you like to come on and share?
Yes, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, yeah.
Oh, yay. Okay, but y'all can't see me, huh?
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get it to work. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tina Marie Dominy, owner and self therapist for Counseling Corner, where I have helped clients from all over the world through individual therapy, group therapy. We'll be supervising new therapists, and we'll soon be coaching clients as well, which will allow me to open help to clients across state lines. I have increased my belief in manifestation, and my cup is more than half full these days, where it used to be half empty. I have learned, sorry about that. I have become better at setting habits, making plans, and being organized. The Volcano community supported me through this with accountability, which was what I most needed. The community also allowed an opportunity for my husband, Jason, and I to learn to work together better than we have in 41 years. And the sky's the limit for us and our family going forward.
Woohoo! Awesome, Tina. Thank you so much. Powerful. All right. Now, if somebody is watching the replay and they would like to share their vision statement, please just head over to the BizCraft and Coterie Facebook group. And I highly recommend doing it on a live video so we can see your face and feel your energy when you're speaking, and share your vision with us there as well. And for now, we'll let Lauren get to the logistics of the program.
All right, my loves. Just tap into how you're feeling after having shared and heard all of these wonderful visions and statements of declaration of who you'll be a year from now. We're gonna take that to the brain and go to the other one now. So just take a deep breath, glass of water, make sure you're good to go for this, because I'm gonna share my screen and dive right in, okay? So, Rose, I'm not a co-host. Could you make me one?
Yep.
Thanks. Oh, you also need to stop sharing computer sound.
LOL. Okay. There we go.
Yay,
Go ahead.
technology. All right. Okay. Everybody see this screen with the membership sites on it? Yes. So I'm getting a may nod. Okay, thank you. You don't have access to all these courses, right? You have access to the BizCraft and Coterie one. So when you go into your site, you won't have all of those courses to log into, but you will have this one. This is what we call our membership site. It's always located at members.volcanoportal.com. Who wants to type that in the chat? Thank you so much. This is where the content of the program is housed. This is where your assignments for what to do each week will be. And this is where the timeline of events will guide you to each week. So if you're going to bookmark anything, you're going to bookmark these three things, right? So it's the membership portal and the BizCraft timeline of events. So you guys are the July cohort, right? So your column J here. So if you look down this week, or excuse me, next week, when it's your first week, you'll be diving into units 1, 2, and 3, our grounding units for our grounding guides for BizCraft. And you'll find those in the BizCraft membership site. So whenever you're like, what are we doing this week? How do I tap back in if you're going out of town or whatever? The timeline of events will tell you what's going on, okay? If there's no content coming out, that means you have 2 weeks to work on the content, right? Which you do. We've spread out this program and extended it so that we are able to have more time for integration. So you'll use this to see what calls are happening that week. If we have other events happening, like a Get Yourself Together challenge, it will be listed here. And again, you guys are the July cohort in column J here. And you'll be starting out with units or guides 1, 2, 3 in the membership site. Okay. So in the guides, you'll go in here, there'll be a list of different content here that you'll be consuming each week. It'll teach you some of the coaching tools. You'll find the scripts that you'll be downloading and using, all here centrally located in the units, okay? Any questions about these two places right now before I start moving along? We'll dive into the specifics in a few as well. You can just take yourself off mute. I can't see everybody right now with my screen shared. Otherwise, just want to show you something real quick. I hope everybody's had a chance to join the BizCraft Foundation's Facebook group, right? This is a place for community to post accountability, to lean in for support, to celebrate wins. Our coaches are in here celebrating you and interacting as much as we can, but this really is a community page for all of our BizCraft members to connect and be in one place. What I want to point out is in the guides is where you will find replays of the Cuddle Puddles. So our Cuddle Puddles are calls that happen Thursday morning at 8:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. Pacific. And that is the community-wide call that all BizCraft people are invited to. So that's not just this cohort, right? As Rosie mentioned, there's about 70 to 80 other people in there that are invited to those calls. So you'll find replays of them here if you ever need to miss those live. I encourage you to be there live. They're really great opportunities to witness group coaching, to integrate these concepts further, to coach and be coached and get feedback, among some other fun tricks up our sleeve. So I wanted to make you aware of these 3 things that I would recommend bookmarking for you as kind of like the main places you'll interact for BizCraft technologically. Just going to stop sharing my screen and just check in. How are we feeling about that? Any questions so far? Want to make sure everybody knows where to access things and feels. Yes, Catherine, take yourself off mute. Feel free.
Thank you. So the BizCraft Foundation client timeline of events.
Yes.
It's a Google Doc.
Mhm.
And will we be given notification that it's been shared with us? Or is there a link within the BizCraft and Coterie Foundation's Facebook group?
It's a great question. There is a link. Let me find it for you. See here.
Isn't there a link in the membership site?
That's what I'm looking for. Can you poke around in there, Rose, so that I can?
What's that?
Can you
Yeah,
poke around in there while I continue on?
all right.
What
I
can-
was trying to find it the other day. It's like, I'm not sure where the link is. I'll find it though. But yeah, if it's not in the membership site, I'll plop it in there right now.
I think. Great question, Catherine. Anything else? Awesome. Any other questions before we move along into these resources a bit? Feeling good? Feeling groovy? Yeah, Nanda.
To get access, do we just have to go to this members.volcanoportal.com?
So you've been sent, if you've signed your contract and made your first payment, you've been sent login details to the membership site directly from our system. So if you don't find those details in your email, you can email support@littlevolcano.com to get access to the site. If you ever lose your log information, you need to reset it, like whatever it is, support@littlevolcano.com is always the resource to check first, okay? Great questions. Okay. So in the Facebook group, you're also added to a Facebook group chat that's completely optional. You don't have to participate in it. It's a great place to like find a link last minute if you're like on the go, or pop in a quick celebration. But if you're overwhelmed with group chats and it's something that you don't want to be a part of, feel free to mute it or remove yourself, whatever works best for you. And then the tracking log. Do you want to talk about that, Rose?
Yeah, I can come on.
If you need a little time, that's okay too.
No, it's fine.
Mandy found it looks like, sorry, real quick. Mandy looks like it found it. Thank you, Mandy. In module 1 under this makes assignments and calls.
Okay. I also just made it its own little segment inside the module as well that says, you can just click on it, says timeline. So you should be able to find it in like multiple places, the link for that timeline spreadsheet.
Thank you, Catherine, for helping us make it easier to access.
Yeah, thank you. All right. And we've been working on a tracker for you guys to track all of your assignments that you do in BizCraft. So I'll try to explain this as briefly as I can. But for right now, you're looking at the certification requirements and you're seeing what's required of you to actually be Volcano certified. What this is also going to be handy for is if you want to be ICF certified. So we're not an ICF program. We're not accredited, which is fine. There's plenty of programs out there that aren't. Tony Robbins isn't ICF accredited. However, we have had our curriculum assessed by an ICF mentor and approved. And part of what that means is like we teach you guys about ICF ethics and we teach coaching in a way that's approved by the ICF. And our program also has way over the number of hours that you need in terms of practice hours and teaching hours, interaction hours. to put that on your application to take the ICF exam. So even though we're not an ICF accredited program, you can still use those practice hours towards your ICF exam. If you do want to become ICF certified, you have to go in any coaching program. You would have to go outside after you were done and hire an ICF mentor for 10 hours to qualify you anyway. So that's really the only difference between us and like an ICF accredited program. There really isn't much of a difference. So it's not like if you went through an ICF accredited program, you would be ICF certified at the end. You wouldn't. You would just have everything that you need to qualify you to get the mentorship and take the exam. So just so you guys are clear about that. Now, I know it's a lot to keep track of, right? You guys have your one-to-one calls, you have your buddy calls, you have your lava group calls, you have the content to watch and learn, you have the books to read. It's a lot to track. And right now we have that tracking kind of scattered all over the place. And what some people do is they'll keep one long running Google Doc of what they do when. It's like a log, right? We used to make it a requirement, but a lot of people just didn't do it, right? So I highly recommend if you have a way that you like to keep track of all this stuff, whether it's a notebook, I definitely recommend doing it digitally. If you can do a Google Doc, just jot it down for now. And what we're doing is we're working on a tracker for you guys that is going to be a spreadsheet based. So if you guys like spreadsheets, like me, and I highly recommend, it's a great way to look at everything you've done in a zoomed out perspective and see it all in one place. So it'll have like one line for each week of the program, and there will be little check boxes next to it where you can check, did you have a one-to-one practice call? Did you have a buddy call? Like, are you reading this book? And, you have to write book reports for the books that you read. So you can drop, and it only has to be a paragraph really. So you can drop your book report in that spreadsheet, right? You can track all of it, everything in one place. We also require you to fill out assessment forms after your practice calls. So you fill out a form for yourself, and then we're asking you to have your person that you practice on fill out an assessment form for you. So if you're storing all those assessment forms in one Google Drive folder, which I highly recommend doing, you can link the assessment forms in that spreadsheet as well. So you can say, yes, I had a practice call. I had 5 practice calls this week. And then in the next box over, you can put a link to the assessment forms. So that way, when we are looking over all of your certification requirements, you can just turn in that spreadsheet to us at the end of the year. You also have an entire year after you finish with the program to complete all of the requirements. But it's going to be just a really nice place to organize everything. And you can just share it directly with our team for them to review your certification stuff when you're done. Okay, so we have been working on that for a while now. I had to pass the project to someone else because I just don't have time to build it out. But I passed the vision on to Bruce, who is a master at this stuff. Bruce and Suzanne are our 2 main admin team people. Suzanne, as most of you guys have met Suzanne at this point, she is also our finance director as well. So she helps people with payment plans, setting up contracts. She takes care of payment information. She also answers the inbox. And she also looks over your certification requirements. Bruce is more on the back end doing tech stuff. So just so you guys know a little bit more about the team, when you email support@thelittlevolcano.com, you are emailing Suzanne, and generally Suzanne will answer you. And both of them have also done BizCraft and Coachery as well. So they are highly versed in our language, in the curriculum, in our, the way that we communicate with each other. And they were actually buddies in their program, like, I don't know, in 2020 or something. So it's just so cute that they're like our main team now. But yeah. Okay, so that is on the way, and Bruce is moving this week into a new house, and I think it should be ready sometime next week. If not, then the week after. So be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, as you're getting stuff done, just jot it down what you've done, whether it's practice calls or watching content. Okay?
Rose, do you want me to share the current certification document just so they know what the certification requirements are?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So as Rose mentioned, the tracker is being worked on. The tracker that currently exists, you will find in Guide 1 under certification requirements. Excuse me, my table is shaky because my apartment's so slanted. Who knew? It's also where you'll find the student coaching assessments that Rosie mentioned that you'll need to submit 10 of for each of your talks, your practice calls that you have So I'm going to share my screen and we can walk through what the actual certification requirements together are. All right, you guys can see it says the volcano certification requirements. Is that right? I have so many windows up, I'm always scared I'm going to highlight the wrong one. Does anybody get that fear? All right, so this is where the information for what your certification requirements are. If you want to walk away with a certificate that says you are a certified Little Volcano coach, in here, we have a listing of all the types of scripts that you'll be learning, right? The types of tools that you'll be learning and integrating as a coach. Rosie, I see you talking. Are you?
No, sorry, I was just saying something to Kit.
Okay, so just making sure. So you'll have to practice at least 10 calls of each type that you learn throughout the year. You'll have to fill out assessments for 10 of them as well. And so will the clients that you have. These clients can be your cohort, other people in BizCraft, your buddy. We'll talk about that in a minute. As well as people in your network, right? That you're going to want to, put yourself out there and work with. So you'll need to write them down here. This is kind of the date of the call. Make sure you have 10, and you'll need to also have 2 recordings of each type as well. Just 2 of each. You don't have to record all of the 10. Moving down here, if you have a question, just feel free to take yourself off mute as I'm going through. You also have to enroll and coach a minimum of 5 people in the Get Yourself Together Challenge, which you have a plethora of opportunities to do. We have them every 6 to 8 weeks, depending on our mastermind schedule. And this is an amazing incubator and way to grow your business, really get the mentorship of becoming a coach in a team environment. That's what Jen was talking about, right? The new accelerator that is being built out so that you guys have this abundant, overflowing heart space to work from as you go in to serve your clients. You'll have to host a Webby watch party. Rosie will give us a little bit more information about what that is in a little bit. We also have our book list in here. Right now, you'll be starting off reading Fierce Conversations, which is also in the assignment section of each guide. It'll tell you what to read and when. You'll submit a, short book report here, right? You'll talk about what you learned from the book, what breakthrough it facilitated for you, and how you'll apply it in your coaching practice moving forward, right? How are you integrating it? You'll need to attend one TLV event. That's our Magma event that you all got free tickets to. The next one will be in April. It can be virtual or in person, depending on how we decide to run things at that time. Cuddle Puddles, you need to attend at least 30 of those, and 20 should be live, which you'll also have plenty of opportunities to attend throughout the year, as they're almost weekly at this point, except for our break weeks. So just write down the date and whether it was live or replay here. Your LAVA groups. So you need to attend 20 LAVA groups throughout the year with the people that you are assigned to be in a LAVA group with. So you'll want to keep track of the dates and who was present for those, as well as being present for 15 hours of time with your one-on-one coach, which you don't want to miss. Your time with your one-on-one coach does expire at the end of your year here. That's one thing that doesn't carry over for the following year. So if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So don't waste your money. Get the breakthroughs, right? That's where the juice is. That's where you get the one-on-one coaching and support and mentorship and mirroring and feedback as well. Any questions about certifications here? Feeling good? Just scrolling through some faces. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Stop share. And then the other 2 documents listed in where the certification requirements are the assessment forms. I'm not going to spend time going through them together today, but if you have any questions about them, you can always let us know at support@littlevolcano.com. Okay. Okay, so kind of walking through the different call types that we have. So you have access to one-on-one calls with your coach, right? You have 12 one-on-one hours to use. I encourage you to get booked out as soon as you can. You need to have completed your contract and made your first full month's payment in order to have access to that bank of calls. So be sure that you do that so that you can get grounded in with a one-on-one call with your coach. They'll cover a lot of this information too, just to make sure you don't have any questions or confusion. Right now, you're in what's called the Vision and Vulnerability module. You're going to get introduced to your buddy and your lava group. In the next couple of weeks, it's not till unit 4 that you start having assignments with them, which also appear in the guides in this week's assignments category. We also have 6 additional hours of time that we love to throw you into, because it's an amazing opportunity that I like to call the Hall of Mirrors. So these 6 hours with your coach is also with another person that you invite to the call. So it's a 3-way call with you, your buddy, and somebody else in the container. And I like to call it the Hall of Mirrors because you're coaching each other, you're practice coaching, you're getting feedback, you're coaching me and I'm giving you feedback, and everybody's mirroring everybody's bullshit at the same time. So it's a perfect incubator for mentorship, for growth, for vulnerability. It's one of my favorite aspects of this program that you don't want to miss out on. So it's up to you, right, to know when you want to start doing that, to know when you want to start coaching somebody in front of me and getting feedback. And things like that. So work with your coach one-on-one to kind of figure out a good cadence for that, because it's a really great part of the program that I don't want you guys to miss. And a little more about your buddy and lava group. So these people are going to become your mirrors, your activators, your friends, and your family. Some of my closest friends were in my BizCraft lava group when I was in the program in 2019. So lean into these areas for support and connection and all the work that you'll be doing together. And note that just because you're assigned a person in a small group, a lava group, doesn't mean that you're just contained to those people, right? Use the resource in this container of this cohort in the larger BizCraft group, because there's so many amazing people here that you get to learn from and model and mirror from and mirror each other through. Just a quick reminder for your one-on-one calls. I really encourage you to get those booked out for the year. What's worked best for my one-on-one clients is a bi-weekly 45-minute call with your coach. So, and then if you kind of replace a couple of those with the 60-minute 3-way calls, they'll get you through the year, if that makes sense. Again, that's how I've personally seen success for my clients recently in this cadence. But of course, work with your one-on-one coach to figure out what works best for you and them. You'll be emailed from me, Fandy, in the next week or two that will let you know who your buddy is and who your lava group is. And as I mentioned, instructions of what to do with your buddy and lava group each week begins in unit 4. So in a couple weeks from now, under this week's assignments and calls. You have opportunities for how to capture your sessions in the Little Volcano, whether you're recording it, a video recording, or using our AI summary service. So when you get on your first grounding call with your coach, they'll ask you which you choose or both. And then as those things download, the coaches get an email, which they'll then forward to you with that information. So keep that in mind as you're moving into your grounding sessions. All right, Zoom links. So this week's assignments and calls, you'll always find the links for the calls there. And you will also have access to a Google Calendar to add our calls directly to your Google Calendar as well. I believe that's in the same unit that the timeline is that Mandy found for us earlier. Just want to give a quick overview of some Zoom etiquette, right? When we're having group calls, it's really helpful to mute yourself during calls when you're not speaking, right? If you're in a group and the call is happening, make sure that it's a time and a space that you're invited to, right? Even if it's not you directly, if it's take yourself off mute, that kind of moment. Otherwise, if somebody's leading a call, please keep yourself on mute until invited to take yourself off. We don't coach when you're driving. So if you're coming to a cuddle puddle and you're listening in, that's great. I will not, and none of the coaches will take the opportunity to coach you one-on-one during that time for your safety, right? We don't know what's going to come up in coaching. We can never predict it, nor should we want to. But what we can predict is that it's safest to not be driving in a car while you're going deep with your emotions. Okay. Also, when somebody's in a group and they're maybe being coached live by one of the lead coaches or Kit and Rosie, I encourage you to, when you're thinking, you're oh my God, I've got a really great question, right? Don't type it in the chat. Write it down so you have that great question for later, but allow the person getting coached to be coached by who's coaching them, right? Be present with that moment. And in a side tangent on being present, I'd also encourage no side talking, right? So if we're in the chat and we're present and we're listening to somebody share vulnerably, let's not make conversation about other things that aren't happening right in front of us here, right? This is an opportunity to be present, to get to know everybody here, to hold space. And we can't do that if there's information that is happening outside of that. And that includes direct messaging people, right? So we encourage and invite presence and in that way as well. Any questions about Zoom etiquette 101? Feel good? All right, quick note on live calls, right? Like I mentioned, Cuddle Puddles. It's our opportunity to meet every week. Let's led bi-weekly. Kit and Rosie and the lead coaches switch off. It's a great opportunity to be in community, be coached, be seen, be heard, see a mirror, get activated, get coached on it, get coached on it again by your coach later. So encourage presence at those as well. Zoom etiquette applies for those meetings. Your optional call that you get to attend that you got with the Conscious Creators Club as a bonus is the Monday Magic Call that happens at 8 a.m. PST every Monday. So that's a great way to be seen in a larger community of all the TLV programs, the TLV year-long programs. So you get integrated into new meditations, new spiritual principles, and lead coaches also lead those calls and do different healing modalities, group coaching, and things like that. Rosie, you want to hop in and talk about Webby watch parties real quick?
Yeah. All right. Webby watch parties. This is a topic of much confusion when people first come into the program. It used to be a lot easier because we used to host everything in the Facebook group, and there was an option to have an actual watch party. So all the content was in there, and Facebook had this feature called a watch party, where you just basically open it up and you invite everybody in the group to come watch a video together from the group. So easy peasy, right? Of course, Facebook always just changes and takes things away. So that's why we've shifted everything to the membership site. Is because that's a website that we have control over, and Facebook can't decide to just take it down one day or mute our recordings or anything like that. So the Webby watch party has now become, you have to do it a little bit differently, and it's still very simple to do. I just made a training on it. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday? I made a quick little training for you guys. It's only 13 minutes long. It's in the membership site under how-tos. It says how to host a Webby watch party. And essentially all you do is make an event in the Facebook group. Anybody can make an event, invite everyone in the group to it. So if you're not friends, I think you have to be friends with people to invite them. So go ahead and friend people in the group. A lot of people make a separate Facebook account just for BizCraft. You don't have to, but some people prefer to do that so that they can kind of just focus on that one thing. Yeah, so if that's something you want to do, you could always do that, but you don't have to. I still recommend friending everyone in the group because they are your new family. Anyway, you make the event in Facebook, you invite everybody, and then when the day comes, you just, you have the Zoom link in the event. They join you on Zoom, just like we're doing here, and you share the screen, just like we do here. You pull up the membership site and pull up the video that you want to watch together. You could do one piece of content, like they're usually about 45 minutes long or so, or you could choose to watch a whole module together, which could be, more than one video, could be a few shorter videos. It's up to you, whatever you have time for. And then when that's over, ideally you would host like a reflection time. So like a Q&A or just a discussion on what you've learned. And so the reason why we do it this way is because how many, you guys, we ask you this in the challenge, how many online programs have you done, or have you bought, I should say, that you never did? Right. And so because the content is pre-recorded, and we do drop new content in there semi-regularly, but most of the primary content for the program is pre-recorded. You could spend the whole year not actually learning anything from those videos, and they are very great lessons to learn. This is part of what you've paid for. It's a big part of what you've paid for. So if you want the full transformation, you want to get the full value out of the program, you definitely want to make sure you make it imperative to go through that content intentionally with your full presence, not just while you're driving, not just while you're doing dishes, but this is why we suggest hosting Webby watch parties, is you guys can all get together. And, especially with the other people in your cohort, hopefully you'll be moving through the content at a similar pace, and you can watch it together, because how much more do you learn and absorb when you're doing something live with other people, right? Yes. Thank you, Kyle. So this is also one of the reasons why BizCraft and Coachery, our program, has one of the highest success rates out of any online coaching program in there in terms of people actually finishing and applying the content, applying what they learn into their life. That's not easily measurable. That's just something I've observed over the last 7 years, but talking to other people who run online programs like this, especially longer ones, like a year long, and also looking at the statistics, the finish rate for BizCraft and Coachery is something like 80-90%. Typical online coaching programs or online courses, the finish rate, anybody know what it is? Average finish rate for a course? It's about 15%. Yeah, less than 10%. Yeah, somewhere in that range. So there's a reason why BizCraft and Coachery and how we do things at Little Volcano is successful. So I highly recommend leaning into that, even if it makes you a little uncomfortable doing something new, putting yourself out there, inviting people to join you for the watch party. Be the leader, take initiative and do it. And I promise you'll get so much more out of what you're learning than if you just do it by yourself or do it while you're, walking the dogs. And it's okay to do that sometimes too. What I love about what Coach Jen Driscoll is building out for the Abundant Heart Business Accelerator is she's going to have a combination of different content styles within that for you guys. So there's going to be some things that are just audio, that are meant to be just audio, like in a podcast format, that are going to be something you can do while you're multitasking, and that's fine. And then there's going to be other pieces of content that you actually do need to watch and be present for. So I love what she's building out there. I can't wait to see it come to fruition, and it gives me a lot of ideas of how to improve the rest of the content for BizCraft too. So we may be adding some of that into the future, so that the whole program's aligned. But for now, it's mostly video content. So that's how you do a Webby Watch Party. And if you want to make it fancy, you can always go on ChatGPT and give it a theme and have it write the description for you, or make an image for you. You can make it 80s themed if you want to, and have like a lip sync off at the beginning, like we do, on our volcano calls. We
You
always
can Rosie Volcano-fy it if you want to.
Exactly. You can Rosie Volcano-fy it. Or like when Holly Hamill was in BizCraft and Coachery, you guys can actually look up her original posts from when she was a student in the Facebook group. You just type in Holly Webby, right? Or Holly Watch Party or whatever. She would make these epic invitations with these graphics of herself dressed up in vampire costumes and things like that. And the thing is, she was the best one at the watch parties. Like, everybody went to her watch parties because she put a lot of intention behind inviting people, posting about it, like making it a big thing. So the way you show up to, hey guys, that's enough. The way you show up to anything is how you show up to everything. So that's one quote I want you to remember over the next year. How you show up to anything is how you show up to everything. So how are you showing up for this kind of stuff is a reflection of how you're going to be showing up for the business that you want to build, or the type of healer that you want to be in your community, or whatever it is, whatever your vision is, how you're showing up in your relationships, right? So that's another thing to keep in mind. It's like, if you're thinking, that's not for me, or that's too much, the ability to enroll people and get them excited about what you're doing is a very good skill to have if you're wanting to bring people into whatever it is you're doing. Like, Kyle's a content creator. You want people to watch your content? You got to have that skill that captures people's attention, reminds them of who you are, and gets them to show up and watch your content from beginning to end. Or, when you want to build a healing community, you want to coach 50 people, 200 people. Well, guess what? You got to develop that skill of letting yourself be seen and getting people excited about what you're providing. So keep that in mind too, because everything you do in this program is a micro of a macro, everything. So that's the last little tidbit I want to share there.
Thank you, Rosie. All right, everyone, just a few more quick things. Have fun. Please, try. Oh, wait, you don't have to try that part here. But this is, I just wanted to bring some lightness. I know I've been kind of a drill sergeant with this stuff because I really want to make it clear what you need. And also, we get to have fun and play here. And that's one of my favorite things in the volcano. So I wanted to remind myself and all of you of that in this moment. And also, because I want to sing this song, support at thelittlevolcano.com, support at thelittlevolcano.com. And that's your new favorite tune, right? If you need anything, do that first. I'm open for calls, you know, if you blah, 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 if you develop rapport with your coach and they're okay receiving questions and stuff via Facebook message or email, that's cool. Establish that boundary with your coach, right? But anything you need access to questions about, support at thelittlevolcano.com, support at thelittlevolcano.com. Okay, thanks for that. A quick reminder to also fill out your intake form if you haven't already. It's a really great way for your coach to tap into where you're at, where you want to be. And honestly, the best part of filling out your intake form, trust me, is that at the end of the year, you get to look at it and see how far you've come and see all the goals that you've achieved. That's one of my favorite things to do. And kind of my closing out calls with my clients at the end of their year is review their intake form. So do this for your future self, even if it seems like a lot right now. I encourage you to do that. And any last questions coming up for you? Thoughts, concerns, feelings, type them in the chat, take yourself off mute. Feeling good, feeling grounded, anything? All right, Mandy's celebrating, we'll take it.
Oh, Tina, we see your face just now.
I know. It's finally, it only took me an hour to figure out what was going on. Is there a way I can get a copy of my intake form?
That's a good question.
Since I forgot to make a copy of it before I push submit.
Yeah, I think that, are the intake forms still on Google Forms, Lauren, or are they moved
No,
over?
they're integrated now, so I'll have to figure it out.
Okay, yeah. Because
Sorry.
it's pretty easy to export a PDF. Let me actually check Go High Level real quick and see if it's
okay. And if you can't, it's no big deal, but yeah, it'd be nice to have it.
It's got to be something that we can figure out because
yeah, there might be a way.
I would assume.
Well, while I'm checking though, why don't we move on to other questions?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I just was looking at the chat. Catherine, go ahead.
Thank you. Also about the intake form.
Yeah.
Same song, second verse was that in filling it out, I think maybe it's either the line was too small or I was too verbose, one or the other. I was just, like it was in there. And so I made a print copy and it would get cut off. And I was like, what I should have done, it didn't occur to me until just after I sent it, was that what I could have done was to click and copy everything on that line and then put it like in a Google Doc or something like that. So I would be able to refer to it later. So I'm not sure how that's going to work or if you guys are even going to be able to see all that was written. So like, good luck. Have fun.
So am I hearing you say that you think that your responses were cut off?
So in what was showing, say for printing, everything that was typed in was not revealed for the print. So the little line didn't expand.
Yeah.
And so maybe
it should be fine on our end. I can
it should be fine on our end.
Printing.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it real quick.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't see any cutoffs over here. So we will figure out how to get copies of these. And if you don't, what am I trying to say? How do I want to do this efficiently is what I'm asking myself. Email support at thelittlevolcano.com if you want a copy of your intake form. We will give Suzanne an answer sometime soon. How's that?
So yeah, as I'm looking on Go High Level right now, it doesn't seem like there's an easy way to just print it out or see like a PDF version of it or something.
Wonder what happens if you copy paste it.
I'm trying that right now to see if that works. I'm just seeing if I copy and paste everything, does it actually show up in a formatted way? Yes, it does. Okay, fantastic. So, for instance, Tina, I wasn't like really reading yours. I just took a look to see if I could see everything. And then I went and selected it all. And then I copied it and pasted it over to a Google Doc. So I believe we'll probably have to do that on our end. Like actually, I could...
Couldn't we make an automation to send it to them too?
Probably, yeah. So I'll actually send this to you right now, Tina, so you can have it. Just because it's here. And you can either make a copy or just use this doc if you want to, but up to you. So I'm going to drop it in the chat for you. Just make sure you grab the link and save it somewhere. But yeah, we can definitely, I think Christine could probably do this pretty easily. Christine is another member of our admin team, guys. She is a VA from the Philippines, and which the reason why I mentioned that is just because she's on a different time zone, whole different time zone than us. So you will not see her interacting very much, but she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So Christine uploads replays, and she takes care of a lot of the Facebook group stuff. She sends out anybody get your cards yet? Your card in the mail? Yes, some of you have gotten them. Okay. If you haven't gotten it yet, you should get it soon. So I usually design the cards and then Christine sends them out. So make sure if you move that you update your address on file with us as well, because when people move and they don't tell us, we end up getting the cards in our mailbox at our house. And I'm just like, oh man, all these people didn't get their cards. It makes me sad. So yeah, just always make sure we have your current address on file, because we just like to send you stuff in the mail randomly.
It's true.
Yeah, and who doesn't like getting mail, right? So Lauren, speaking of, you have a new address.
It's true. I'm keeping my mail at my old address. It's too easy. It's too easy. Anyways, Christine, you have a question.
Yes. It took me a little while to actually make the full commitment. I made it in teeny tiny baby steps, like, okay, my deposit. And then it took me a few days to make the next step. So yesterday's when I finally signed the contract.
Nice work.
I did it though. So when should I get that email that gets me into everything? Should I have gotten that already?
You signed your contract.
Sorry, go ahead, Rose.
You said you signed the contract yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, you should be getting that anytime.
Yeah, it's and it has to add that tag manually, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. So just behind the scenes, it's not an automatic, like somebody has to go in and add you to a specific thing after that. So they don't work full time with us. So when they are on, they will.
No worries. No worries. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you should have.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. Yes, Autumn.
So this is not related to BizCraft, but speaking of mailing, I was wondering if the tablet that I won in GIST had been mailed out yet, because I have not received it. And while I was away at Electric Forest, someone let themselves into my fenced-in yard and destroyed my garden. So I'm kind of concerned I may have had mail stolen.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm checking right now.
No, I'm so sorry that happened.
Yeah, it's funny because I had just talked on TikTok about how my yard is my sanctuary and I'm helping pollinators. And then while I'm out of town, somebody comes and cuts everything down.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Any other questions while Rosie's looking that stuff up? That is the end of the content that is part of the roadmap call, right? Please stay on if you want to be a part of the user-generated content. But I just want to let you know, for those that do have to hop off or want to hop off, that is the end of the presentation today, if you will. Thank you all for being here. Rosie, go ahead.
Cool. Okay, thank you all for hanging in there. This will not take too much time, but I would love to invite you all to, for those of you who can stay, if you can't stay, no big deal, to participate in this fun little exercise. So like I was saying earlier, user-generated content is essentially if you're hosting any kind of a community, group program, online challenge, online course, anything like that, it's always good to get feedback, testimonials, or just little sound bites from your students, your clients, whatever word you want to use for the people that you are working with. And that you can use that to help future people figure out who you are, what you do, and why they should join. So this user-generated content will be specifically for the Get Yourself Together challenge. And what I would love to have you guys do is just say one you know, it doesn't have to be one sentence, you know, but just kind of a short explanation of, yeah. So you would start it by saying, what I got from the Get Yourself Together challenge was this, not why I joined, but what I got from it. So what was the main thing that you guys got from participating in the challenge that made you want to sign up for BizCraft? And you don't actually have to talk about BizCraft in this. You can just say, what I got from the Get Yourself Together challenge is this. And just short little explanation. Sound good? Okay, great. So I'm going to actually stop the recording and start a new one. So it's just separate.